Elias touched the cold marble. His parents' names, his sister's name, etched in stone. All gone. A hero had saved the city that day, but not them. Collateral damage, an acceptable loss. Only his uncle remained. Grizzled, hardened, a hero in his own right once. He took everything, Elias whispered, voice raw. And they called him a hero. The training was brutal, relentless. His uncle Marcus pushed him to the edge. Control, Marcus growled, his voice rough as gravel, or be consumed. Elias learned to fight, to channel his rage. He became a weapon, honing himself against the memory of that day. He told Marcus he would be a hero, a better one. He lied. The power came in bursts, a flicker of speed, unnatural strength. His uncle hadn't foreseen this. He hadn't foreseen the darkness blooming in Elias's chest, a cold, hungry thing. It whispered to him, promised him power, enough power to make things right, to make them pay. He honed it in secret, nurtured it. The hero would pay for what he'd taken. It was a blur. One moment he was training, the next he was gone. A red streak vanishing into the horizon. No chains could hold him, no words could stop him. He was a force of nature. He embraced the power, each stolen ability fueling his rage, his purpose. The hero wouldn't know what hit him, wouldn't see it coming, just like Elias's family hadn't. The hero was slow, weak. His powers, a pale imitation of what Elias now wielded. It wasn't even a fight, it was an execution, a promise kept. He felt no remorse, only satisfaction. The world had celebrated this false hero for too long, but it wasn't enough. The city was still there. The world that had let his family die was still there. He painted the world red. Cities crumbled, oceans boiled. His grief became a storm. Governments fell, heroes died. No one could stand against him, no one. He was a god, a vengeful god, and the world would pay for its sins. His uncle pleaded with him, tried to reach the boy he'd trained, but that boy was gone. Only Elias remained. He stood atop a mountain of ash, the remnants of a world he had broken. Silence stretched, vast and empty. The silence of a graveyard, his graveyard. The power inside him thrummed, a living thing. It had devoured everything, everyone. He had become the villain, the monster, and in his victory he found only emptiness. He saw their faces in the smoke, heard their voices in the wind, ghosts of his own making. His family, gone, because of him, because of the monster he had become. He had wanted to honor them, to avenge them, but he had buried them beneath his rage, and now he was truly alone, a monster in the ruins of his own making. Time lost all meaning. He wandered the wasteland, the echoes of his deeds following him. There was no solace, no forgiveness, only the unending silence of what he had wrought. He was the hero's shadow, the darkness that lingered long after the light had faded. And in the silence, he finally understood the true cost of vengeance. It was